Hi guys, hello, welcome back to my video, and today we're gonna have a 5-minute talk about the new unit from the Gundam Eternal, which is the Astray Blue Flame 2nd L and also the Amatsu. Yeah, both of this unit is free and you can get it from the event, and yeah, you definitely can get him to limit break 3. But the thing is, there might be some problem with one of this unit, and that is actually Astray Blue Flame 2nd L. As you can see here, he is having, a support role with this special weapon take damage taken, and it's up to 25%, and it's quite okay with the 4000 power and only in 24 energy. It's quite okay, but the real deal with him is actually his sword form that increased damage taken from physical weapon, and it has like 4500 damage, and that's kind of big for the support. But here is the problem: this guy is a melee unit. He's mostly a melee unit. As you can see, his best attack is a melee unit with only have 2 range, and the other one, the getting form, is like 4 range. Yeah, but it's the standard one. But the hardest hitting move for this guy is his melee. So I do think it's like he's more like a niche support unit, because mostly you don't want a support unit that actually fight in the melee range, and you want that to be your attacker. So this is kind of weird, because you have to get him up close and personal for him to actually deal more damage. And the thing is, like, this attack is considered as melee physical, it's not awakening, while the tactical arms is considered as special, so it needs awakening. So yeah, that might be a bit of trouble for him, and you need a little bit of finesse to actually use this unit properly. On the other hand, we have Gold Flame Amatsu, and this guy rocks. I have to say, this guy hits so hard. If you see his ability, his best attack is this Triceratops Sky. Triceratops Sky has like 3 range, so basically he is a melee unit that can have quite long range, and this thing hits like for 5000 power. That is even more than Hyakushiki, and it has 3 range. So this guy is actually very good for your anchor. The minus is that this unit actually takes more energy. Like you see here, like he needs 32 compared to the Hyakushiki like 24. But I do think if you want more free-to-play option for your attacker for maybe Seed series, or also the secondary attacker for your non-UC series, you can actually utilize Amatsu. Amatsu is really amazing. It hits so hard. Maybe a bit more energy problem compared to the likes of Hyakushiki, but I think it's worth for the damage it's done. It's worth. And also the other thing, that this guy has an AOE attack. Like, yes, an attacker that can get up close and personal and smack you up with another AOE attack, and I do think this is amazing. The area is similar to that of Slack Freedom, with 4 map forward and 7 to the side. But yeah, it actually mostly will work as a additional damage for your 3rd turn if you are having like so many opponents in the front. But a lot of AOE map weapon needs you to actually get to a certain position, and Amatsu, being a very strong melee DPS, is actually giving it a very good positioning tool, because it in itself, he wants to move fast. As for the pilot, I do think that you will still need a better pilot for him, not just the standard the guy. But yeah, Rondo Gina is okay as a pilot, because the ability he has the increased range and attack burst. But the problem with Amatsu is that it wants to get closer enough to deal more damage, because the more you close to your opponent, the more damage you deal. So maybe if you put any other pilot like Setsuna, or maybe Charles, that could be actually work. So yeah, that's all for me for today, and see you next time. Bye bye.